These are the velocity stacks from Party Racing's carbon fiber stuff. And you could hang out with me while we do that. So let me get my camera going here, and we'll be able to do this together. Let's get it organized that way. So I kind of catch up with what I've done so far since my last video. So I test fit the bottom of the plenum a couple days ago, and I realized a couple of things. I realized, number one, there's these paper gaskets that go on top of the throttle bodies. They moved a lot, and Peter recommends using a little RTV to kind of hold them in place, and it's important because they have to line up to allow the screw holes to go in once I took the nut posts off. So that's all gone. So I got that on. Getting the under hoses. Let's see if I can get some of that for you. For those that care. There's a bunch of these breather hoses that go in here, and there's just not a lot of room to make it work. So there's one there, there's one that goes there. Basically, it's this piece. This is the stock one, sorry. So there's one that goes here, and there's one that's supposed to go on the, like a nipple there for running the oil vapor. So that was a pain in the ass. And the other surprising pain in the ass is getting these PVC? No, it's the oil vapor fun. I'm losing the name of it right now. They're just tight to get in. That's it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. So, so that's one piece. Next thing was test fitting the intake tubes. You can see I kind of got those in, and whatever. So this is actually probably on now, and I'm now going to assemble the rest of the stacks. Get some. I don't really need gloves. I'm just gonna get what going. So from what I remember, this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think is the ordering. And actually, I don't remember. So give me a second here to look that up, just so I'm not doing duplicate work, because I don't want to take this stuff off him. So poor planning on my part, but give me 1 second. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1's right here. There we go. Okay. Now we all know. There'll be a test later on. All right, so let me get, we got 1, 2, 5, 6. Let me get 7. Here's 7. Here's 8. Move that out of the way for a second. I started off with this one first because it's kind of hard to get to the screw there. Slides right in. Get the fastener. I don't know about you, but I love this trick of reverse inserting a bolt. Like, just go lefty-loosey on it until you hear it click, and you get the thread, the threads to kind of line up in the right spot without having to worry about stripping things. Just, it's a good practice to get into. All right, and there is a torque value for this. I think it's like 6, what Peter said. Peter says, yeah, 6 Newton meters, which I have a tiny torque wrench somewhere. Let's break that out and see what that looks like. 6 Newton meters. Let's see, this one do inch pounds. Yeah, 6. Boosting that up. Where is 6? That should be about it. Okay. And now I need to get a... So I might be a little screwed here. There we go. Let's use this one. Nope. There we go. So I had this really small 1/4 inch extension, and I misplaced it. All right, so that's that piece, and now I need where's the bit for that? It's too big. And that's probably too small. Oh, not it. There we go, got the right size. It is, for those that want to know, it's a T4. Okay. Okay, cool. And let's get this tightened to 6. Let's see, let me check the comments. Yes, they are. What's this about? Yep, I'm installing these carbon fiber velocity stacks on my, would you ask what engine it is? Yeah, on the engine. This is a BMW M5 engine. I'm gonna show you the difference because you might have missed my other video where I showed the difference between the two. So this is a stock velocity stack. Look at the lip of that. See how it's kind of flat? And then compare that with all the curve on the trumpet part of that. So what that does is it allows for the air to go into the engine faster. That's basically what happens. They're tuned to create more power. They create, like, I forgot the number, 20 wheel horsepower difference. Go. There we go. Cool. Sorry if I'm a little slow on responding to the notes there. I'm trying to do a million things at once. All right, next one is going to be 8. And bolts. 2. All right, what else am I missing? Hey, bro, I'm from Sri Lanka, so you can shout to me. Yes, welcome. Never been, but I got a good BMW Sri Lankan buddy. Okay, this is the fun part. Coaxing it to get in. Let me clean this off. In. Where is he? Oh, no, I don't know. He lives in America now, but he is from originally Sri Lanka. His name is Salia. He's a cool dude. Come back to that one. Oh, I got 26 viewers. That's amazing. How old's the car? The car is a 2001 build. So it's the model year 2002. So what is it, 24 years old? Maybe not 24, 23 years old? Yeah, the car has 180,000 miles on it. I bought it on an auction. I paid way too much money for it. It was a mistake. And I decided, you know, the car had a lot of things, not wrong, but it wasn't in great shape. And I like my cars to be in good shape. So I decided I'm going to make her great again. You know, make America great again. I'm gonna make this M5 great again. And so that's what I've been doing. Okay. Take my shirt off. Getting hot. Uncle was born in 2001. Yeah, it's crazy to think that that was 20 years ago. So you can't see this. This part of the car, these elbows. Actually, what do I want to show you? Oh yeah. So this is kind of cool. These intake tubes, right here. Well, you can't see this off camera. These tubes, these were original in the box. I bought them on eBay. They were made in 2003, and they haven't been touched. They've been sitting in a box for that long. So I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, this is crazy that this stuff has been sitting and waiting for someone to put on their car. And like, think of what other time in history, like people bought parts for a car, they sat on the shelf for 20 years, almost 23 years, and then they get used again. It's kind of crazy to think about that. All right, let me torque that up. Cool. Now we go on to the next side. I'll move the camera. More exciting camera angle. And let me get the next one. So we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. That's one. All right. I think I put in the next one first. We'll come back to that. Need 2. There's 2. Problem lining it up. I have to loosen them again. That's aligned. I just realized that's a crappy angle for you. Keep up the good work. Thanks, brother. You want to see the car? Yeah, I see the car. That's the car. It's super dirty. It's in a variety of conditions right now. Lots of mini projects. I rebuilt the suspension. Like almost everything on this car was redone. So that's what the car looks like. And I'm frustrated now because I think I might have to loosen those bolts back up to make this all work. It's like it has to shift. not gonna work. Where's my thing? Okay, it's off. Two steps forward, three steps back. Sometimes the name of the game. Off. Okay, this one is 1. Come back for you. Okay, now we're all loose. All right, let's go back to what I was doing. Putting, that's 2 in. That is 1. 1 goes over there. No, 1 doesn't go there. 1 goes here. There we go. Amazing. Okay. That's 1, 2. This is 1. Oh, I can tell it's 1 because inside here it's written, it says 1. So basically all the trumpets are cylinder specific. Let me put the bolt in for that one. So the car, okay, cool. There's 17 people watching. So I'll share with you, the first time I had the idea of like going live while I work on the car was probably a couple months ago. I was putting the headers on the car. This is not going in. Putting the headers on, and I'm like, what if I just went live? Maybe someone wants to watch me wrench on the car. Like 100 people at one time watching me do that. It kind of blew my mind. Just because I wasn't expecting it. So, that's cool. We'll come back to, well, we'll come back to that one. Next one, I got to put 1. That's 5. 5 goes there. Good. 1, 2. Did I fuck up? I fucked up. No, 1. Okay. There we go. Okay. 1. So if you've got questions for me while you're watching, let me know. I'm just screwing bolts in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3. There's 3. My bolt. Weird habit you didn't know you had. I think That was a weird question where that came from. We're down to 10 viewers, okay? All right. So for those that are watching, why are you watching? I'm not mad, just curious. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Now we're down to 9. We'll do a countdown, huh? I guess I'll keep doing it by hand. So in case I didn't mention it, these are cylinder specific. You just don't put them anywhere. They all have to kind of like interoperate with each other. Come on, get off. Okay. That one, I don't know how I'm going to get to because... Shit. Hold on. Is that going to work? Try that. It's like this little bit socket wrench that I bought many years ago. When I had a CSL airbox, one of the screws towards the back of the box would go underneath the cowl, and I had to use this thing to tighten it every once in a while because it would work itself loose. So I still got it. Let's see if I can use that. Go on this side. Let me do this. Nope. Let's make sure I got this on the right way. Righty tighty. Nope. Now let's put this on first. Okay. And I guess I can take this out. Alright, this is getting annoying. Just take it off. Okay, cool. And we torque it. If I knew where my torque wrench went. It's going to strip. Oh, I love it when things don't work out the way you want them to. All right, that one's going to become gluten tight. Yep, that's it. Okay. Cool. Ding. All right, for those that just joined, I am installing the velocity stacks on my car, and I'm just torquing down the bolts because that's what Peter says to do. Oh, fuck. All right, forgot how to bolt in there. Now you can watch me fish that out. Where did I do that? It's on my light. Let me find my light. All right, you gotta give me a second to find the bolt. I might have an extra one. Nope, I don't have extra ones. Don't have extra ones. Crap, dropped it. All right, give me a second, guys. Well, this sucks. It like disappeared into an ether. Guess anyone see where it went? Guess it got caught on something. Guess that was it. Let me count my bolts. All right. Nope, I got 3. I need 4. Definitely dropped it. So I have a belly pan that I put on the car, and I can take that off, but that's a whole thing. And I might have to, if I can't find it. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap up today's video. Just imagine me finishing the last of the pieces, which is what I'm going to be doing next. And then maybe I'll go live again when I get the top piece on and fitting the intake hoses. That'll be a thing. Oh, wait, I think I found it. Oh, I think I found it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, never mind. Good news, you get to watch me finish this. Whew, crisis avoided. All right, I'll be more careful now. Let's put that one on. I gotta tighten all these things, don't I? Yep. second. I'll see if I can find a different angle for y'all. There we go. Let's see, I need my... There's a lot of screwing there. So hold on. Oh, we got 19. All right, those that just joined, I am, as you maybe can see, I'm installing velocity stacks on the car. Purpose of these things, they're tuned, they're shaped differently. The front portion, they're more rounded than the stock ones. The stock ones are pretty flat. And the way it works aerodynamically is it causes air to have to speed up, changes the air pressure as they go around the curve of it, the curvature. And the net effect is it makes air go into the stacks at a higher velocity. More air helps create more power. And so that's why these are called velocity stacks. So that's what I'm installing. And right now I'm just making sure they're all torqued. Okay. Cool, that's done. Put this one on. This goes over here. Okay, cool. Almost done. I mean, not with the whole car, but with this stuff. I've been working on this car since June of 24. So it's been a really long time. And there have been many times where, especially when I had all this removed and I had the Vano system open, and I was like, how far am I going to keep going? Because it didn't seem like there would be really an end in sight. All right, that side's done. And just because I like the habit of it, just mark them. I can see that one. Marking them to note that I torqued them. All right, that's done. Now I do these guys. After I put the screws in. All right, I got a thumb up. How many of you are current subscribers? That's what I want to know. So YouTube did this weird thing. I've had this channel for a very long time. I started out the channel because there weren't a lot of useful DIY videos. I don't know, 10, 12, 14, 15 years ago, whatever it was. Ugh, it's not going right. And so I recorded content of me working on cars, and eventually got to the point where I could monetize it. This is many years ago. I used to make like, I don't know, $200 a year from, you know, stuff that I posted a long time ago. And I thought it was cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you know, I live in America, so $200 a year, probably in other parts of the world is amazing, but here, like, that just right now pays for maybe a week's worth of groceries, or a grocery trip, I don't know. And so, so whatever, but at some point, YouTube did some kind of change, and they, like, devolved my channel. I can't tell if this is going on the right way or not. No, this is not going in right, of course. Hold on, I'm having a problem with the screw. Jesus Christ. Of course, the last one. Anyway, they demonetized my channel. I can't tell if I'm stripping the screw here. Give me a second, guys. It's always something. Where is my flashlight? Can't tell if I'm damaging the threads. Hold on. Oh, where's my thing? Where's my torque wrench? So I don't know what's going with that story, but I guess my point is, I was talking about subscribers. So like, I guess I have to re-qualify my channel now, and they need me to get all these different things like views and view hours and all this shit. So it would help me if you subscribed. I guess more importantly, you watch stuff, right? That's the more important thing. All right, I think that's on now. Let's torque it. Torque it, torque it, torque it. So I don't like this one. Shit. All this extra stuff on here is getting in the way of the stack, and it's making it hard to get the bolt torqued without stripping it, and I don't want to do that. Let me try something else. This might have to just be gluten tight. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Those are on. Let me check those. All right. Torqued. 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 That one I did already. Okay. Cool. So these are done. Mark them. Okay. That's it. Those are done. Oof, holy moly. I'll probably stop this video and I will start another one if you want to watch. Man, that was 4 minutes. All right. Well, thanks for watching. The additions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this guy up. That was fun to, here, it's around the camera. That was fun to get all that wrapped up. The next thing I'm going to do, kind of a teaser here, or a teaser, whatever. The next thing I'm going to do is I have to get here, turn that around. I have to get these tubes connected to that and the other tube for that one. I got to make sure all of these worm clamps are tight. And yeah, then more stuff. Oh, here's the top of the box. We can see what that looks like. Ooh. See, for those of you that waited to the end, look at this. You're getting such rewards. So here's the shiny box. And this would go... There's a gasket that I put on there already from last time. Wow. Look at that. Damn. That is impressive. I'm impressed. I spent my money on plastic. That's pretty cool. I'll be honest, I do wish they had the Empower badge on there. I do have a sticker. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, if I leave this unlabeled or I put the thing that says Empower there, or I do it this way. Not sure yet. Fun fact, the V8 that's in the E46 M3 GTR, the race car, has a similar motor. It's the P40, not the actual S62, but it's similar-ish. 8 cylinders. And their Empower goes that way, which I think is kind of interesting. Cool little tidbit. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate you. I'll see you all next time. Well, you'll see me next time because there's no two-way cameras here. Bye, guys.